Hello once again everybody. Today I'd like to share with you my recipe for Christmas Fruit Mince Tarts. Beautiful little tarts made with a fruit mince mixture and a shortbread base and top. So I'll show you how I make them. And when I had the bakery we used to make thousands of them at Christmas time, so I'll show you how I make them. Okay, so what I have here is 1 cup of sultanas, 1 cup of currants, and 1 cup of raisins, 1 cup of cherries, which I've cut in half, 1 cup of cranberries. I like cranberries, they put a nice flavour. 1 cup of pineapple. Now this is just pineapple pieces out of the tin, and I've cut it up. It's 1 cup. 1 cup of good old Granny Smith apples. 1 tablespoon of mixed spice. 1/4 cup of sugar. Now you can reduce this if you want to, or add more, but remember the fruit is very sweet, so it has a lot of natural sugar in it. 3 tablespoons of cornflour, which after I put all this in a saucepan and just cover it with water and bring it to a boil, I'll add cornflour, but I may not use all this. So I'll mix this with some cold water and just add it slowly until I think I have put enough in. Okay, so I'm going to put all this in the saucepan except the cherries. I don't like putting the cherries in early because they lose their colour. I'll put the cherries in when it cools down a bit. So I'll add all the rest into a saucepan, just barely cover it with water, cold water, and bring it to a boil on a medium heat. And then when it boils, I'll thicken it with the cornflour. Okay, this has now come to a boil. I'll now thicken it with the cornflour. I'll just add it slowly. What you've got to remember, when it cools down, it will thicken up. It will really thicken up. I'll just cook it a little bit longer because you want to cook the cornflour. Yeah, that's good. I'll turn the gas off. Now, as I said, I won't put these cherries in until it cools down a little bit. Otherwise, they'll lose their colour. I find if you add the cherries when it's cold, the cherries will hold their colour better. Okay? Okay, so that's fine now. I'll let this cool down probably for a couple of hours, and then we'll make the shortbread. This is what the filling looks like. As you can see, it's a nice consistency, because when it cools down, it will thicken. That's about what you want. I'll now make my shortbread pastry. Now, what I've got in the bowl is 250 grams of caster sugar and 60 ml of cold water. And I've poured the water over the sugar to start the sugar dissolving. It helps it blend in better with the butter if you dissolve the sugar. I'll put about a teaspoon of vanilla in that. There you go. That should do. I've got 500 grams of butter. Now, you don't have to make it as big as this. You can make a smaller quantity if you want to. Okay, we'll get that on now. So I'll let that come together, and then I'll put the beater on for about 5 minutes to really give it a good mix. Well, that's mixed together very nicely now. That'll do. I'll start adding the flour. Now what I've got here is about 750 grams of plain flour. Like I said before, you don't have to make a quantity this big. So there's about 750 grams here. I'll add it slowly, and I'll just add it until I think there's enough. Okay? This looks nice now. It's coming away from the side of the bowl. It's formed like a dough. You don't want to put too much flour. Just add it slowly, and that's coming away nicely now, so this will do. Yes, this is quite nice. It's formed a nice dough. If you have trouble rolling it out in the hot weather, you can put it in the fridge for a while. but I think it should be alright today. Should be alright. There we go. So I'll roll out a sheet and then we'll put them in these little tins. These little tins, I bought them on eBay. They're only about, oh, I don't know, about 2.5 inches wide. They're little aluminium tins. You can use alfoils if you like, but I like using these little aluminium tins. So I'll roll some out and then we'll cut some bottoms out. So this is the cutter I use for these. Just like so. Put them on your tin and then just slowly, as you turn it around, you work it down the sides. Just work it down slowly, down the sides. And you end up with this. Okay? Cut them out. Any sort of cutter will do. You don't have to have exactly the same cutter that I've got. Go around, and as you're going around, just start pushing it down along the edges. Down you go until you feel it on the bottom. Once you feel it on the bottom, that's good. I'll do one more and show you. If you get a little hole in your pastry, don't worry about it. Just break off a little piece and patch it up. That's all. Just patch it up. You won't even know it. You've done that when you break those off. Now the reason this is rolling out so nice is because I melted that sugar. That's an old trick I learned many years ago from a baker. You put a bit of water in the sugar first and melt the sugar. Look how lovely and easy it is for me to roll out. So I'll go ahead now and cut all these out and then we'll fill them. Okay, I've filled all the bottoms into the little tins, and don't forget to grease these tins before you use them. I always grease them with a little bit of vegetable oil. I'll now start putting the filling in. As you can see, this is thickening up quite nice. Very nice. About a spoonful in all of them. It's pretty good. See what I mean? You can still see the cherries. If you put them in too early, they lose their colour. So I'll cut these tops out. Gently pick them up, just drop them on like that. You don't have to do anything else. Just drop them on. So I'll do them all like that, and I'll leave some plain. I'm not going to put anything on them. And later on I'm going to put a little bit of icing on them. But anyhow, I'll cut out all the tops now and just drop them on like so. And I'll also make a few little stars, just for a change. Little star cutter I have here. Cute. I'll get another one. It's a little star cutter. There he is. There he goes. Put him on. Oh, lost one of his tips. That won't matter. We'll just sit it on there. There you go. Little stars. Okay. Well, there you are. I'll put the tops on all of them. I've got the oven on. I'm heating it up to 200 Celsius. And I'll put them in and turn it back to 180, and it's going to take probably about 25 minutes. You've got to watch them because shortbread does colour quick. Okay? Okay, these are ready to come out now. It's been about 25 minutes. They look beautiful. Beautiful. Very happy with these. I'm sure you'll enjoy making these. Now, I'll let these cool down and then I'll take them out of the tins. You take them out of the tins when they're still warm, so they won't stick. And then I'll plate them up and I'll come back to you. But they're very nice. They smell beautiful. So I'm just taking these out of their tins. You've got to do them while they're still warm. You see how easy they're coming out? Yeah, quite easy. They're still a little bit warm. Well, they're easy enough to handle, you know. So I hope you like watching this video. I'm making these lovely little Christmas tarts. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. So once again, thank you all very much, and please stay safe and have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.